wrestling.
But their weight classes, height classes, so that the contests are fair, and it's because if a guy who weighs 300 pounds is wrestling with a guy that weighs 75 pounds, the 75-pound guy ain't got a prayer because leverage. So it doesn't matter how...
Because if he weighs 75 pounds, he's dead.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or he's like a 10-year-old.
But I mean, the thing is, like...
Yeah, I won!
There's no...
Like, dude, he's 10.
There's no level of his craft that he can be good enough to overcome for that kind of weight. It'd be like you wrestle...
And that is exactly what she said.
Right. Because science and stuff. Because if you...
Yeah, because if we're going to believe the science, we need to believe it all the time.
Well, and here's the deal with a trans person. Let's say I wanted to become a woman.
Okay.
You be ugly.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Anyway, that app says no. That app says
No.
I was brought as a woman. So
it would take a
He's
lot.
been doing preliminary research.
I think it would take a lot of estrogen to cover up all that.
But anyway, okay, if I start taking hormones, yes, I'm going to lose facial hair. I'm going to have body changes from taking those hormones. But I'm still
gonna have your big
a male.
frame.
I'm still going to have that male physiology. Now, it will change over time. It will
gradually make changes.
But I'm still going to be taller.
Have more
stronger.
muscle mass.
Yep.
And then what happens when a real man beats down or whatever a trans man in some match? Are they going to go after the real man for?
Well, let me tell you what happened in the UFC. So there is a trans. I always get this fucked up. Trans woman is not a real woman. Trans woman is.
I always think it. You have a real woman and a trans woman.
Okay, all right. That's what I wanted to know. So
wait a minute. Because I don't want us to get called out. I'm trying to be okay.
I'm not.
I am. I'm trying to be
fake woman.
I'm trying to be respectful of people because I'm trying to respect people until they don't respect me. But anyway, if you're born biologically a woman, you're a cis woman. If you're a trans woman,
I refuse to use that word.
I don't give a damn
because it's not real. But
all words are made up, Chris. That's how language works.
That's true. You got that from Thor. Yes, you did.
I didn't.
When he said that's a made up word, and Thor said all words are made up.
So if you're talking about somebody who's born biologically female versus a trans woman is somebody that was born biologically male and either are transitioning or just feel like, because not all of them go through, not all of them do the surgical change or even the hormonal change. Some just like...
Okay, so
shouldn't there be a difference between the two?
I would think so.
I mean, but sometimes, like, even if they...
Because in my opinion, if you're a man who lives your life as a woman, but you have not done any of the hormonal things or any of the surgeries, you're
some
a
people go through the hormonal stuff, but they don't do the surgery.
Right, because this... Okay.
And literally, you could decide I'm going to be a woman.
Today.
Not do anything else, but start taking the hormones. Couple of years, you're going to look like a woman.
Right.
Because I follow a guy on TikTok that was born a woman, okay?
Okay.
He's been taking testosterone. I'm trying to think about how long. I think like 3 years. Yeah. Okay. And he's a young guy. I would say early 20s. He just now this weekend had his breast removed. So that's the only surgical procedure he's had. But he's been taking... he has an Adam's apple.
Wow.
I was like, she told me that. I was like, huh?
I will show it to you. I was like, what?
So
I didn't know you could grow an Adam's
apple. The hormones changed, and I didn't know that either.
So what happened?
So why did men have to get them removed, shaved down?
I don't know if maybe they've been that... I mean, it's not prominent, like, how some guys are more prominent than others, but it's definitely like something you and I don't have. It looks like it's not a pronounced one, but it's there.
So
I don't know.
So what I was getting to was several months ago, earlier this year, maybe it was late last year, in the UFC has a women's division, and just like everything else, it got the weight classes and all that. and I can't remember who the female fighter was, but the trans fighter's name is Fallon Fox.
Fallon was born a man, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to make sure
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
following. Okay.
Fallon sent the other girl to the fucking hospital with a fractured skull.
Because Fallon was bigger
Fallon
and...
has man muscles.
Right.
Yep.
And
do you know what...
Not just man muscles, man bones.
She's built like a man.
That's cause
I mean, like, but I'm saying
do you know
she
what,
hasn't.
This is the part that really pissed me off.
Well,
is
real
that
quick? I have a question because they said she's built like a man. So if you're a man and you're taking estrogen,
Yeah.
your body's going to change.
You're going to start to develop...
But if you're like lifting weights and stuff, are the hormones going to change the amount of muscle that you still put on?
But here's what it's
testosterone.
Like this woman, Fallon Fox. I'm looking at these pictures right now. I don't know how long she's been transitioning. I don't know if she's taking hormones or anything else. Her body still looks like a man. Broad shoulders, narrow hips. You know, I mean,
So not developing breasts.
no, I mean, but at the same time, if she was working out massively, her breasts would tighten up and
Well,
look
and that's
like
what
they're
I was going
almost
to say when you were
non-existent.
asking
But
that.
here's
I
the
think
deal:
the hormones,
if this
how
guy,
the muscles develop, you know,
if
will
this guy
affect
started
that.
taking a bunch of hormones, eventually his body's going to adjust and he's going to get broader hips, narrower waist. You know,
Because that guy...
This person right here still
that has
looks
to
like
do
a man.
with fat placement.
Yes.
How, where your
right,
body-
and like where the...
But like if I'm trying to say, like, if he wasn't taking hormones and he's lifting a certain amount of weights, his muscles are going to be a certain size. Versus if he is taking hormones and lifting those same amount of weights,
I think
are they still going to be that size?
No,
or
they're
are they
going
going to be
to
smaller?
over time. They're going to, because it's not just that they're smaller. They develop different shape. You know, like longer, leaner versus
Because I knew like fat distribution would be
Right.
different with the
That-
hormones,
yes.
but I wasn't sure about like
and over
the
time,
muscles.
because
the
if
shape
you're-
of the shape of the
obviously,
muscles.
if you're not working out,
Right.
your
Yeah.
muscles will.
Well, but the shape of the
leaner,
muscles,
but-
the shape of the muscles actually is directly dependent on how they're worked out.
And I
because
understand that
you've got
too.
short twitch and long twitch fibers, and like that's why when you see sprinters, they have these
Huge
thick quads,
yeah.
but then you see these marathon runners, they have very, very narrow legs.
Right.
Okay, well, here's a good question. What about like it's not muscle memory, but you know, like if you're working out a lot, if you used to be really big and you stop and you start working out again, those muscles will come back faster
Right.
because.
Right.
So if this person was like big bodybuilder before and then went on hormones and like stopped and then started again. That like
I
muscle.
don't know.
well, I
muscle
can
memory,
put it
but-
this way because I've known this woman for 20-something years. She works for the city of North Little Rock. You go into her office, she actually has like swords and all these plaques and everything that she's won from
She'll kill
bodybuilding.
you.
From
Yeah,
bodybuilding
apparently.
competitions.
Fuck yeah! I mean, if you got to go,
She was pretty high up in the sport of bodybuilding. But even when she was competing like that and everything, she still looked like a woman.
Well, yeah. I mean,
She did not.
I don't.
you know,
That's not Amber's question. I don't think. Like, and this kid that I was talking about with the Adam's apple, because that's how we got fixated on the Adam's apple. Because I was like, Ross, I guarantee if this kid walked up to you, you would think that he was born a man because I mean he looks like a handsome young man.
I mean, facial hair.
That indefinable about the body language, you know, like, and like he was doing a video where he was working out and this was pre breast removal. So he wasn't a big breasted person, but had them bound and like I can't forget what those things are that, you know,
like the elastic bandages.
the real tight, so like, I mean, there was no hint. It just looked like he was wearing a really short cropped tank or whatever. Like the hips looked mannish, the abs had the tease trail. I mean, everything that you would expect to see, except for if he dropped his britches, there wouldn't have been a dick there. I mean, like everything, because Ross was like, that's not a woman. And I was like, it was a woman. I've seen the video, the transition video. And I mean, it's just, and I don't, maybe it does it more like if they're still like, if they start taking it when they're really young adults.
Well, yeah, I could see if they start taking it as
like 17, 18, 19.
a teenager. it being
while you're still
working
developing.
more.
Yeah,
because you're still developing.
versus like starting
But I
at
just
30
figured,
or
like,
something.
30 or
Yeah, if you were like this big bodybuilder and your muscles have that memory of that workout.
I don't know.
Because like I said, if you stop that and then you go back, they're going to build up faster because I don't
But
know
you
all the
still
science
your muscles are still stronger, even though they've lost some tone and stuff like that.
The thing is, when you build muscle, you don't actually develop more muscle cells.
Like tears and scars.
Yeah. The reason that your muscles building more muscle cells is called whatever, I don't remember. But the difference is when you get those micro tears and it scars up and your muscles get bigger, it's actually scar tissue. That's called hypertrophy, right? And
the opposite is atrophy, like when
right. Hyperplasia. That's the other one. When you actually develop more cells, like muscle cells, that's called hyperplasia.
An enlargement of an organ or tissue caused by increase in the reproduction rate of its cells.
Yeah, and that's bad.
Yeah, because that's usually the precursor to cancer.
Yeah, but hypertrophy is what bodybuilders or anybody with big muscles has gone through. That scar tissue isn't going away. It doesn't matter how many hormones you take. It doesn't unless, and this is a procedure that's horrid. They can actually go in and shave muscle.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Fuck that.
I saw a woman that this was on TV that had that done to her calves because she thought her calves were too big, and I was like,
sounds
I was like,
terrible.
oh no, fuck no.
Muscular calves look cool though.
Well, and I agree, but she didn't like them. She had this done, so they could do that.
Ooh.
But aside from
Depends
that,
on your leg length, because I have muscular calves and very short legs, so they're just like...
okay, it's not like your legs are 5 inches long. I mean, fuck.
Amber's a human basset hound.
Or I was actually thinking what are the little yellow things with the one eye?
A minion?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I'm thinking about those little munchkin kittens.
Oh yeah. See, and they're adorable.
They're precious,
But
They don't
yeah.
have big calves.
but they have tiny little legs.
But yeah, all right. So yeah, but aside from that, those that scar. God damn it!
What did I miss?
Brandy said she got to go poop.
Oh.
Now I'm thinking about the conversation. I'll come back for the next episode as long as my bowels don't act up.
All right, I guess we're done. Bye, guys.
Bye.
She said, "Fuck it," and walked off.